Yo, what up? It's your boy Ace B, coming at you with a video today. I want to explain with basically been basing my videos off mental health, and um, I'm gonna continue doing that. I got a podcast called Mud Days Podcast. It's on YouTube. Just look up Mud Days, MUDDDAZE. And I got like 4 videos already, but basically is talking about, my experience with mental health and the things that I've been through. But I'm going to continue with that today, and I got a lot of information to share with y'all. Basically, going forward, how my mental health started with me using acid. So basically, that was something that I wasn't hip to. I used to smoke weed. I was a smoker for 12 years. I quit 2 years ago just because it wasn't fun no more. And so 6.5 years now, almost 7. I've been going through mental health issues. Back in 2019 is when my psychosis started. Um, Basically, it opened a gateway for my psychosis to start. And if anybody knows anybody that has an addiction with drugs, or is, like kind of messed up, because of it, that's what drugs do. So basically, like, how do I put it? I took a lot of acid, wasn't aware of it. Like, I was just having a good time on it. And one night, I was watching a movie, and, I did acid on it, while I was watching it. And basically, these entities, which are demons, of course, tried to possess me. So basically, going forward with that, I started hearing voices, and they were not godly voices, of course. Like I said, they're demons. So going forward, I was hearing them. Been in the mental hospital because of it. Um, I spent 1 week in there, then got out, then spent another 2 weeks in there. And when this first started, they were trying to get me to believe that I was Jesus. And, that was the trick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started seeing, pyramids on my couch when I was doing acid. After that, I seen baby Jesus in a manger, which it was cool at first, but going forward, that was the trick to lure me in, to actually do more. Because I grew up in church. I have a relationship with God and stuff like that. So if anybody that's a Christian, would see something like that, especially doing acid, then, that you just want more. Because in that instance, I thought that I was getting closer to Christ. But in other words, that was their scheme and plot to, try to possess me. But it didn't work. So going forward with that, 6.5 years I've been dealing with hearing these voices. When it first started, they were putting their mouth on my private part. That's something that you can check out in my videos on YouTube. And basically, they were claiming that they were God and angels. you know what I'm saying, disrupting me when I was listening to my sermons, you know what I'm saying all type of disrespectful things. Um, Basically, going forward, they basically, you know, were pretending that they were God. And at first, I thought that God was angry at me. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't the case. I had to realize, you know what I'm saying, that this is not of God and this is not what God does. But like I said, I'm gonna share like more videos on this because it's a long list of things that they've been telling me, things that they've been putting into my head. Um, Basically blaming me for, you know, the intrusive thoughts and words that's been in my head. They also have a little thing like it's basically like a text message, like, or you know what I'm saying, yeah, that I can see in my head. They put words in my head that I can see. You know what I'm saying? They mimic me. They try to turn me against God. They try to turn me against my family. They blame me for everything in my head. They twist my words up in my head. You know, they play ventriloquist. You know, so basically, what the devil does is to cause chaos and confusion. You know what I'm saying, in your head. Because if he can get your mind, then he can get the rest. He can get your body, you know what I'm saying? And this is what these demons do. Even back in early biblical times, that's what the demons did, is basically went into men and had sex with women, which created the Nephilim. So basically, in these times that we're in, it's going back to that because they basically need a host. You know what I'm saying? We, as people, we are made in God's image, in His likeness. Those demons are just spirits. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if anybody been, you know, hip to the news or whatever, but with Donald Trump putting out, you know what I'm saying, these aliens, that they're actually demons, fallen angels. So basically, I grew up having a fascination with aliens. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch a lot of documentaries on them. I have a fascination with Egyptian culture. And so basically, with that being said, all of this news that's coming out today is basically, you know what I'm saying, basically giving me more revelation on them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a reason why, you know, it's a reason for everything, but it's a reason why I've been studying that. So basically, going into my psychosis and being diagnosed with schizophrenia back in 2020, I basically, you know, learned a lot. So basically, I already knew a lot beforehand, before going through this, because I grew up in church. So I know the devil's tactics. I know, you know what I'm saying, what he does. He tries to create false narratives, you know what I'm saying, like what they've been doing actually. You know what I'm saying? They've been trying to turn me against God. They've been trying to turn me basically evil. Basically turn me into sorry for the word, but a fag. So basically trying to turn me against my family, disrespecting my family in my head, blaming it on me, acting like I have, you know what I'm saying, issues like that. They don't take responsibility, of course, they're narcissists. Basically, what comes with the devil's tactics is lies, manipulation, twisting words, um, half truths. They're monitoring spirits. They basically try to distort your personality. They try to make it seem like, you are not you. They try to confuse you to the point where you, you know what I'm saying, you don't know what's you. But the thing about it is that that's why it's important to have a relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, God is the only one that can sustain you through whatever you're going through. And that's why I kept my faith in God, and I've also, stay prayed up. Because the closer that you get to God, the more that you are getting away from the devil. Also, they're whispering in my ear, you know what I'm saying? And if anybody's seen that before, it's basically like the the devil, that tattoo or the image anybody have seen before, with the devil talking in your ear, and basically the angel above that's, like fanning him away, like blocking him from talking to you, but also a lot of things is going to transpire in this future and even now in the present, because we're in the times of revelation. If anybody doesn't read the Bible, you should, and especially go to that book of the Bible, because the thing about it is that we're in those times, you know what I'm saying? And before it gets better, it's gonna get worse. So if anybody hasn't experienced, or isn't aware of spiritual warfare, it's very real. We're not against each other. You got to remember that. There's unseen forces that's trying to separate us, cause chaos and confusion, division against each other, against one another. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be mindful that these dark forces is here to try to separate us ultimately from God. You know what I'm saying? They want to isolate us. They want to keep us in a negative mind frame instead of being positive, instead of rising to our God-given potential. You know what I'm saying? And basically, they want to keep you from doing what God has called you to do. And you have to stay grounded in positivity. Be careful and mindful of the things that you watch. Be careful of the things that you say, talk about, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to, just shoot the shit, like, talk or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But be mindful of your self-talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, be careful what you listen to. Be careful of, like I said, what you speak. Because life and death is in the tongue. You know what I'm saying? You can create a beautiful life for yourself, or you can create hell for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's either or. And that's the greatest thing that God has given us, is free will to choose what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? But back into what I'm saying about these demons. They try to, they harass you. It's been a lot of them, trying to mind control me, trying to, come after my destiny, basically blaspheming God in my head, blaming me. They basically say that they're not going anywhere. They're trying to come after my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, they talking about, oh, we want this, we want that, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, they actually want to be me, but ultimately they want to tear me against God. Because if they can take over my mind, which they're not, then they got what they wanted. Now, the thing about, if you're under spiritual attack, don't feel bad. Don't think that it's God that's doing this to you. It's the devil. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people gotta like constantly remember that and call a spade, because a lot of people think that it's us against us. It's us against them, against these demons and devils, witches, warlocks, whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they is. But the thing about it is that we have hope. We have, you know what I'm saying, God on our side. So as long as you stay grounded in that, then you'll be okay. But basically, they've been trying to get me to do some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been touching my private part. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, trying to turn me to the same sex. You know what I'm saying? But it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? It ain't work. And if anybody reads in Revelations, or no Revelations, you know that the devil's time is near. You know what I'm saying? And he's furious. He wants everybody to go down. He don't care how he does it. And basically, the devil is out here right now showing his ass like a motherfucker. He doesn't care. He's blatantly out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you don't see it for yourself, then you need to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Because we in those times where things is about to get so real, and if your hope is in anything but God, then you gonna fall. You're gonna fall for anything. And then the thing about it is that these demons, they're going to come to earth, and they basically are already here. So they're gonna dress up like they're godly. They're gonna try to perform so-called fake miracles. You know what I'm saying? So that you can trust them. They want to gain your trust, so they can pull you in, they can deceive you, and they can turn you against God. And ultimately, they want to drag you to hell with them. So basically, in other words, it's like their voice, like I can hear an undertone under what I'm saying, that they're trying to speak through me. It's not godly. Like I said, it's demons. Basically, they want me to hate everybody that I love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anything that's negative. Now, I've printed out so many papers, and I'm going to get to that real soon. But it's a lot of papers, like a stack of papers. You see that? A lot of papers. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many. It's a thick stack of the things that they've been saying and putting in my head. And right now, they're listening to me. And I want to get into that too. They're called monitoring spirits. Demons are demons, but basically they watch what you do, they listen to you, they study your mannerisms, they study your character, they try to imitate anything that's godly. You know what I'm saying? They try to basically they want to imitate you, they want to be us ultimately, but ultimately they want to take us down. You know what I'm saying? So going forward with it, they've been talking about, God is gonna kill me. They're basically saying that they're gonna fuck my head up if I put this video out. They said that, they're gonna make me rape people, kids, this and that. People that I love, and like but you know what I'm saying, like me, I stand as a man, you know what I'm saying, like I have my morals and integrity, and there's nothing fun, there's nothing good about being evil or hateful, spiteful, whatever that they want me to do. Um, they're yelling right now in the background. They're listening, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like I said, with the monitoring spirits, they follow you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you think that that's not true, everybody has them assigned. You know what I'm saying? They watch you, they watch your family, um, you know what I'm saying, people that you hang with, and it's like you notice that bad news is always spreading faster than good news. And right now they're mimicking me. Um, Basically, they've been trying to confuse me like they're me. They try to confuse me like they're Jesus, angels, other people. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to, you know what I'm saying, confuse me, but it's still not working. Um, Also, they've been saying that, you know, they're they've been saying that God is a faggot. They've been saying that angels are. They've been saying I am. My family is. You know what I'm saying? Like people that I hang around with, and it's none of it's true. You know what I'm saying? They spread hate because they, like I said, they ultimately want to be us. But Satan hates God's creation because he was cast out of heaven because of pride. Um, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to go above God. He wanted to, you know, it's like, and I told him, I'm like, how you gonna go big on big? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. So the thing about it is they want you to be in your feelings. They want you to be sad. They want you to be depressed. They want you to care. They want you to basically be in your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because when you are in your feelings, if you operate in anything that's not happiness or, you know what I'm saying, then they're fine with that because they steal your energy. They're like vampires. And those are real too. Those spirits are real. So the thing about it is that um, you can't let the devil steal your joy. No matter what you're going through, just know that there's an opportunity for things to get better. You know what I'm saying? Every day is not going to be all um, as beautiful as you want it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's optional though. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go through some stuff, but you can choose to be happy. You can choose that no matter what I'm going through, that it's going to get better. And continually speak that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, speak it out loud. Speak it when you by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Speak positive affirmations over your life continuously, because if you can do that, then that shuts the devil out from, you know what I'm saying, getting you down into a depressive state to where you might crash out. You might do something that you regret later on. You know what I'm saying? He wants you in that mindset. He wants you in that frame of mind. Also, this too, like it says in the Bible, that Satan masquerades as an angel of light, basically pretending that he's godly. He basically pretends that, you know, they act like, well, referring to them is him and his demons, witches, warlocks, vampires, whatever, marine spirits, And basically, they want you to believe that they mean good. They shift, like shape shift, whatever. They shift from good to bad. They try to, get on your good side, because they study you. So they know what's appealing to you. They know what's, what you like, what you love, and stuff like that. So they'll flip it as if they're meaning good, but they can't stay like that. They ultimately are evil. They're trying to influence you and trying to stay. They try to stay hidden. They play possum. They play the background noise and stuff like that. And ultimately, it's to bring you down. You know what I'm saying? So they want to operate in your life as much as they can so that they can bring you down. So, basically, that's what I have to say. Basically, going forward, it's just you got to be aware. It's time for everybody to wake up. You know what I'm saying? And do what God has called you to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna keep putting more videos out about this. This is just like a small video, whatever. But everybody stay prayed up, stay encouraged. Don't quit no matter what you're going through, no matter the circumstances. God is gonna get you through everything. And they're trying to block me right now, so got to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it looks like, they want to tongue tie you. They want to block you from speaking. They want to, continue to confuse you. But there's hope. Like I said, I'm going to get back to these videos real soon. And that's pretty much it. So everybody stay blessed, stay happy. And this is our year of heaven on earth. We going up to the top, you know what I'm saying? And we ain't never coming back down. So stay blessed, stay encouraged, stay in love, because that's what we here for. We here to build each other up and not tear each other down. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one, you know what I'm saying? And also be careful and be mindful of how you deal with people. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that I want to share before I go. Basically, you never know what somebody is dealing with, so it's always mindful to spread a positive word. You know what I'm saying? Be kind to everyone that you meet, that you come across. You know what I'm saying? Like, greet them with positivity. No matter what you going through, do not push your anger on anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because, for example, what if somebody was close to committing suicide? What if somebody, you know what I'm saying, was just about to, like, on the verge of crashing out? You got to be mindful of that, because what you say to somebody can affect them. So it's a ripple effect. And what you say to somebody, they could be on the verge, like I said, of crashing out. Be like, the words that you say to somebody can affect them. So always be mindful, be kind to people. You know what I'm saying? I was taught that if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say it at all. Now, I'm not saying be timid, don't be a pushover, don't take no shit. You know what I'm saying? If somebody is bothering you, you know what I'm saying, and you backed in the corner, whatever, and you ain't got no choice to, you know, do what you got to do, but always refrain from doing anything evil. You know what I'm saying? Walk away. It's not worth it. It's not worth you going to jail. It's not worth you dying. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody else getting hurt in that situation. But just stay kind. Be beautiful. Shine as God told us to. Be that light in this world. You know what I'm saying? Uplift as many people as you can. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be alright. Alright, signing out. Ace B. Stay blessed. Love.